Paul Pogba will never stop being in the news. Every time there is international duty, remember he has been injured and everything has been okay. But ever since he really went up to France to play for them, and remember he played yesterday against a side which goes by the name of Kazakhstan. He played 59 minutes, and a man who goes by the names of Anton Martial also played and he got injured. But that is not the story that we are about in here on Rokani Sports. It's all about Paul Pogba swap, Paul Pogba Dybala swap deal activated here on Rokani Sports. Welcome to this channel. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. It's good and feels good to be live again in here on Rokani Sports because I've taken a while without going live, but I'm back in full swing. Thank you guys for watching it. I know you've been missing me. The computer has been really serving you with some good news, breaking news, but today I'm really back and I'm really going to be doing live videos on a daily here on Rokani Sports. Now, the big story is that Paul Pogba is really a target by very many clubs. These clubs include Paris Saint-Germain, we have Real Madrid, and Juventus. Those are the three clubs that are really eyeing Paul Pogba. But the big question is, do they have the money to convince Manchester United to sell off their big asset? Because Paul Pogba, on his good day, he is the best midfielder in the world because he plays very deep. He can play on the wings. He can play as the man in the middle of the park. And that is Paul Pogba in there for you. And there is another story about Paul Pogba and Juventus needs Paul Pogba. Remember, Paul Pogba left Manchester United at the age of 16, 17, and he left for a team which goes by the names of Juventus. He played there for a couple of seasons, and after he was bought back on a record signing of £89 million back to Old Trafford. Now, Juventus feel like they really want to get back Paul Pogba because they think Paul Pogba is not a happy man where he is at Manchester United, and that has resulted into the following. Now, Paul Dybala, who has really failed to sign or extend his contract at Juventus. Remember, Paul Dybala's contract is expiring. Paul Dybala's contract is expiring in 2022 now. Because Paul Dybala has refused to sign a new contract at Juventus, Juventus really want to offload him early enough such that they get some money out of him. And guess what are they doing? What they've done, they really went ahead to tell Manchester United that let's do a swap of Paul Dybala and we get you a player who goes by the names of, and you get us a player who goes by the names of Paul Pogba in their Lebile from Manchester United. Now, this is something hard that I think is really not going to happen for Manchester United because Manchester United came out, remember, one day, especially when the day, that week when they knocked out of the Champions League by RB Leipzig, when United was going to play on a Monday, the agent of Paul Pogba really came out and really threw jabs to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a manager who does not really know how his player is supposed to be fielded on the field of play, and he feels like he is going to leave Manchester United, and that caused havoc. And Manchester United came out, some news leaked out from the Manchester United Evening News. You know, we trust that outlet because we know it's one of the biggest outlets that really has close sources to the team known as Manchester United. Now, when that came out, we really came out and had news from Manchester United saying that Manchester United is saying they are not doing a swap for Paul Pogba unless someone gets the money. So anything concerning a swap, I see it not happening for Manchester United because it's really nothing to Manchester United because a player that they bought £89 million, 27 years old, he still has like 5 good seasons into him. I don't think United could really go ahead and really sell or do a swap for him, although his contract is really going down at Manchester United expiring. It's expiring next season or next summer, the summer of 2022. So to me, I really think lots of things are not going our way at Manchester United, but I think they really don't want to see Paul Pogba going on a swap deal. Now, we look at how things are standing, and Paul Dybala, what can happen if at all Paul Dybala comes at Manchester United? To me, I really think Paul Dybala is not the solution for Manchester United, and there is no way Manchester United can swap a midfielder for a striker because, trust me, United's problem this season has not been goals. When it has come to goals, United has scored goals every time they wanted to score goals, right? But the problem of Manchester United is a central defender, a central defensive midfielder, and a winger especially who plays on the right wing. That's why, to me, I think the priorities of Manchester United should be a central defender, like Varane, and Upamecano is taken by Bayern Munich. Which other player? Look at Jadon Sancho coming in, playing on the right wing. That would be something great, because if at all United gets, if at all United gets only a central defender, they also get a winger. Even if they don't sign a striker, because trust me, you will blame Anton Martial not scoring goals, but how many chances have been created for him this season? That's the problem, because most of the goals have been coming in from Bruno Fernandes. The others have been coming in from the other side of the wing. And so, to me, I think Paul Pogba cannot be sold or be swapped in for a striker, because a striker is not the reason as to why Manchester United is not on top of the league. Not having a defender and a central defensive midfielder and a right winger is the reason as to why United is not on top of the league. You get? So I think the main reason for Manchester United not being on top of the league is that, and I really want us to really table this for you in here on Rokan Sports, because Manchester United is really a club that needs a central defensive midfielder and a central defender. Because when it comes to goals, trust me not, United can bang in those goals. That's not a big deal for Manchester United. Scoring goals is not a big deal for Manchester United, but what is really bad is the way they defend. Because if I told you bring in Jadon Sancho and a central defender, that means Jadon Sancho will create more chances, Bruno will create chances, Marcus Rashford will be playing off the right. Even if Mason Greenwood or Anton Martial is leading the line, provided chances are created, Mason Greenwood will bang them in. Rashford can play into that lead role and will bang them in. Anton Martial can do the same. You get very many other players. Even if you bring Hargill, that player, that's one of the goal scorers, the forward of Manchester United in the under-23 league, the Premier League or Premier League B, he's really a great player. So to me, I think Paul Pogba at Manchester United, swapping him with Paul Dybala, however much this story is coming in from the Sun, I see it as a story that cannot really gain momentum and gain weight. And I don't see Paul Pogba really quitting Manchester United, because Manchester United really wants money out of Paul Pogba. Because even if they lose Paul Pogba, they might stay with Danny Van Beek. After staying with Danny Van Beek, they can go into the market and they get either a central defender, a central defensive midfielder, or a winger. You get? Because those are the priorities of Manchester United. And as we look at things, the coming of Amad Diallo, I think they really put a full stop to the coming of a player who goes by the names of Jadon Sancho at Manchester United. Now, when you look at things like Paul Dybala has said, Paul Dybala doesn't really want to play at Juventus anymore, because both coaches, the other one that was sacked, I think it was Mauricio Sarri who was sacked, and Pirlo who came in, have not given him what he wants, because he takes himself as a star player. By the way, he was really rated and people called him the new Lionel Messi, but he's really aging. 27 years, he has not yet done what is expected to be done into his age. So I think he thinks that there is no reason for him renewing a contract at Juventus, because he's 27-year-old. His contract expires in 2022. He has rejected previous offers of extension at a team which goes by the names of Juventus. And according to La Gazzetta dello Sport, in order to get some value from the versatile striker, Juventus are weighing up a swap deal offers, what will include Dybala. Yes, that's what they are looking at. And several options, including Real Madrid, Isco, or Barcelona flop Ousmane Dembele from Spain. So you see, that's what more options Juventus are really looking at to do a swap deal for a player who goes by the names of Paul Dybala. Because for me, I think at Manchester United, United does not need Paul Dybala, because he's not this. When you look at United having brought in Amad Traore, because we know that United really had a problem into the right wing, but the coming in of Pelestri and Amad Diallo really puts a full stop of United signing any other right winger who plays in there. And I think there is no right winger that is going to be bought by Manchester United, because them bringing Shaw Tyre into the first 11 of Manchester United really shows you that United is up to something and they are building up to something. So to me, I think Dybala coming to Manchester United, it's like a myth, especially if at all it's a swap between Paul Pogba and Dybala, because I don't see Manchester United doing a swap for Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba has some good money in him, and I think they are really valuing a lot of money in Paul Pogba. Thank you for watching in. This is Rokan Sports, and this is a story of Manchester United, and it has been here on Rokani Sports, brought to you by Rokani in here, because loads of things have been not going well in here. Dybala linked with the move to United prior to the signing of Bruno Fernandes. Yes, he was really linked to that move, but there is another Manchester United player, that is Diego Dalot, who is currently on loan at San Siro at AC Milan. He might seal a permanent deal to a team which goes by the names of AC Milan, but they are still have not agreed on the money. AC Milan wants to pay £12 million. Manchester United wants between 18 and 20 million pounds. So the transfer news has started blossoming in all over Europe and all over the town. Thank you for watching in Rokan Sports, and I promise you I'm back and better. We are really going to be doing more lives in here on Rokani Sports. That's the story we had today. Paul Dybala, Juventus planning a swap for him, and they really want to see him join Manchester United, and they really want to get their player who goes by the names of Paul Pogba back at Juventus. We wait to see Mino Raiola. Mino Raiola came out and tweeted that Paul Pogba cannot leave Manchester United into the January transfer window because they can't get him enough money that he wants. And he promised that in the summer, everything is possible. There is news that came in: United preparing a new contract for Paul Pogba, and contract negotiations are on. And you might hear that Paul Pogba is one of the highest paid Premier League players. His deal might reach close to £500,000 a week, and that is going to be his weekly salary in there. That is Paul Pogba Lebile in for you. And Dybala swap deal, will it be activated? Yes or no? That stays into you, and you have the right to be in the comment section and tell me what you think about this story of Paul Dybala swap deal activated, with Paul Pogba wanting, with Juventus wanting Paul Pogba to cross to Turin and Paul Dybala to cross to Manchester. Do you think it will be possible? All into the comment section below here on Rokan Sports. Thank you for watching in. Smash like on the video, comment, like, and comment. If at all it's your first time to watching, please subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Thank you for watching in Rokan Sports. It's been always a pleasure having you. We are back. We are going to be doing our live streams, live videos on a daily in here on Rokani Sports. Thank you for watching in. I'm out. 5-finger salute to whoever has been watching in. I love you. I salute you, and I say bye-bye. See you later in our other video.